On this vote, the yeas are 220, the nays are 207. The motion is adopted.
They finally passed the bill, but the biggest question is, will this put more money back in your pocket, helping out with healthcare, with this energy bill? But I don't really see that that's going to happen. I have more states that are giving out stimulus checks. All that information is in this video. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss. Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another show. I hope that you're having a very great day today. We talk about stimulus, politics, things that are happening in this country, and we do a ton of giveaways like $250. Guys, this inflation bill was just passed. Nancy Pelosi said, it's done. Boom, smacked the little hammer, and guess what? People were celebrating. And here's the biggest issue that we're having is many people are being honest and transparent, and those that are on the left just ain't being true. This bill has nothing to do with inflation. In fact, it has nothing to do with giving you more money. There's nothing in the bill that says send people stimulus checks. There's nothing in the bill that says, you know what? People need help financially. Let's go ahead, lower interest rates, send them out more money, lower the food, lower the gas, and that way people can get back to how it used to be. No, they're pushing energy so we can be self-independent more on energy, and then that means that they want to push energy production vehicles, energy production machines, so that way more in the future you won't be seeing any more gas automobiles. Everything's going to be pushing towards electric cars. So, would you buy an electric car? But that's not the only thing. They try to say that they're going to help out with healthcare. Well, okay, healthcare, but only on some drugs. Only some things will be negotiated with the price, but for the most part, it's not really putting a big cut in the price. So there again, this channel, we tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Inflation is crazy, yes we know, and yet we're leaving it up to the feds to get this fixed. Check out this video to let me know what you think.
Just over an hour ago, the Democrat-led House passed the bill they say is designed to lower inflation. The measure was strongly opposed by House Republicans. They argue that the massive spending bill will actually increase inflation, partly due to a new tax on large corporations, new taxes that they say will be passed on to you, the consumer. The Inflation Reduction Act, as it's called, is now headed to the president's desk, but many parts of the bill actually don't have anything at all to do with reducing inflation. So what's in the bill, and how could you be affected? Here's our National Verify team.
For supporters, typically on the left, the bill is being celebrated as a big win for environmental efforts and healthcare access. But critics, typically on the right, say it's full of overtaxing and overspending. So what's really in the bill? Our sources are Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Chris Edwards from the Cato Institute, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, and the bill itself. When it comes to taxes, the biggest change is that large corporations, earning at least $1 billion annually, will have to pay a 15% minimum tax. It also enacts a 1% tax on stock buybacks, when a company buys back its own shares. The plan would also boost funding to the IRS.
By $80 billion.
Most of it going to enforcement will allow for there to be an increase in collection.
With healthcare, the bill allows for Medicare to negotiate prices for some drugs, and it creates caps on drug costs for those on Medicare.
It puts a cap, which would be immediate, on the out-of-pocket expenditures that the individual has to pay at $2,000.
The bill also extends financial assistance until 2025 for many enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, which would have expired at the end of this year. The legislation also involves environmental changes, offering incentives and tax credits for businesses for being green. For example, those that produce or invest in wind or solar. And it would also offer credits to consumers, like those with clean energy expenses, such as solar panels or who buy electric vehicles.
It's really a cornucopia of energy and environmental subsidies.
Perhaps the biggest question here has to do with inflation and what the bill will actually do to curb rising costs. The Congressional Budget Office scored the bill, and remember, there are a lot of different factors at play here impacting different groups in different ways. But ultimately, analysts say the bill will have a negligible impact on inflation in the next year. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
Talk about a tough job, that if the economy tanks, then it was because of the feds. Now, we know that those in the White House and the Senate, they have pushed this inflation bill up to Biden's desk. So he's getting ready to look at it, but they're considering this a big win for the Democrats. But I hate to break it to you that they're not being honest and transparent about what this bill really is. In fact, it's making them richer. They're going to get more money. It looks good to the people, even though the people don't really understand what this bill is about. And this bill is all about climate control, pushing energy, and cutting a little bit on healthcare. What about stimulus checks? Where are the stimulus checks? Guys, why, if inflation has never been this high and it's skyrocketing, people can't afford to put food on their table, having to group up with other families just to put a roof over their head, don't have enough money to put gas in their car, why are they not passing a bill for those who need help financially? Look, on this channel, I'm here to make sure that you understand the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm here to give you stimulus check information, and these guys, they're not doing anything to help the American people. They're wanting to put more money towards energy, right? Electricity, electric cars like Elon Musk's Tesla, but they're not really doing anything for stimulus checks and sending them out to people. If you're on this channel and you're watching, let me know in the comments below, could you use another stimulus check? I know that many people are suffering. I read the comments. I see that people are saying, I can't work. My health is bad. I wish I could work, but I just can't. I'm taking care of my son. I'm taking care of my family. I'm taking care of my spouse. And yet again, not enough money to get through the month. And this is where I guess I'm so partial, because I listen to you guys and I think, why are they not doing things to help y'all? Why aren't they doing things for people on a fixed income? Like, things need to change. But guys, enough of that. I want to give you the information most up to date on stimulus checks. Let's dive on the screen. So here we have the state tax rebate update 2022. These states are sending out stimulus checks this week. Starting this week, Coloradians are getting refunds up to $1,500. Is your state getting these checks? To address ongoing inflation, this is why they're trying to get things passed. California is trying to give much as $400 in mid-September. And Illinois will start cutting refund checks for as much as $400 in mid-September. And California will issue a middle-class tax refund worth as much as $1,050 beginning in October. What about those on low income? What about those on fixed income? See, I'm just like you. I listen to other stimulus check channels as well. I listen to a ton of channels, and you know what I never hear? I never hear the fact that they point out, what about low income? What about those on the fixed income? Listen, I'm standing in your corner to make sure you guys get what you need. I mean, this is crazy. Colorado, they're trying to send up to $1,500 check. The good news is at least 18 states have issued or will send out inflation relief payments, and these are going to be the states. California, going out as soon as October, $1,050 payments. And then let's keep going. Colorado is going to send out $750 by September 30th. So it more than likely, it looks like that if they do it now, then they send them out this week, that you should be getting them by the 30th at the latest. Joint filers will be receiving $1,500. So there is that, but there are deadlines for tax things. Delaware, $300 stimulus checks to all those who filed their taxes in 2020. Florida, where they've given their $450 per child. Georgia, I know many have said that they've gotten it, but then there's also some people that have said, I have not received it. They're supposed to be coming out. Then you got Hawaii with their $300 tax rebate. They're sending out, and they're being mailed out late August. Idaho, they're sending out $75, and hopefully you've gotten them. Illinois, again, the $400 that they're trying to send out by mid-September. Indiana, $125 checks going out, and they're trying to get that out soon as possible. Maine has already sent their $850 out. Many people are still getting them. Massachusetts, $250 payments to their residents, and those are being sent out. Massachusetts that have already sent a $500, so they're working on this additional $250. Minnesota, $750 to emergency responders, healthcare staff, court officials, and retail workers. But what about those on low income? What about those on fixed income? Drives me nuts. New Jersey, sending out $450 checks. There are several stipulations, but they're saying that these payments would go out no later than May 2023 via check or direct deposit. Wow, you had to wait till next year. I'm sorry, guys, in New Jersey. $500 for individuals, $1,000 for joining New Mexico, my home state. As of August 1st, these 30,000 payments were sent out, and this is something that went out in June. So there are $250 checks going out more to their residents this month. New York, if you're a homeowner, and you could receive $1,050 in property tax. Households are getting an average $425. Those are still in the proposal mode. And along with New York, Pennsylvania is still in the proposal mode of $650. Now, these states like South Carolina, income refund tax $800 will be sent out in late November and December. That's some positive news. $800 checks in late November, December. That is amazing. Virginia, trying to send individual filers to 50, married couples $500. This is going out, and you should receive it by October 31st. Guys, this is just good and bad information. The reason why it's good is because several states like South Carolina, several states are sending out money. They're going to get it to you either by mid-September, late August, October, November, or December. So checks are coming. They're just taking a little bit to get here. But the reason it's bad is that most of these stipulations run on paying your taxes, run on how much you make. Why doesn't it say, if you're struggling and you don't make enough money, well, we know those on fixed income definitely don't make enough money, so you're automatically counted. Well, if you don't make above a certain threshold, then you're automatically getting a check. But they're talking about the middle class. The middle class makes a lot more money than those on the lower class, and literally, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But guys, I hope that this information helped. Is Trump going to get arrested? That's a good question. They feel like he is, and the Republicans say this is a political stance against Trump because Biden is worried that if Trump runs again, he will win. Guys, let us know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace!